We are live once again. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, baby.
Anyway, y'all, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. On today's episode, what are we talking about? I guess we're going to continue with baby news and continue sharing that journey. Britney Spears got slapped, but she might have slapped herself. Flash was a super big bust. There's more news that came out about that. There's like a cheesy cheeseburger. There's some tech news, some thumbs up, but it's always authentically me here on
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Who won't go?
Riffin with Griffin.
All right, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin, y'all. Yeah, my voice was a shot today. I needed to drink some water. Anyways, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin, a weekly podcast about everything and everything. My name is Erik Griffin. You know, if you're here for the first time, you're like, who's this guy? Is that Montez? Yeah, doing a podcast. I love my little podcast. I talk about everything. That's why it's Riffin with Griffin. So come check me out here. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's serious, but it's always authentically me. If you're here all the time, thanks for being here. You know the deal. So please hit the subscribe button so you know when I go live. I usually go live on Wednesdays. It's anywhere between 10 and 1, something around there. I should pick a specific time, but life gets in the way. It's here. I'm on Twitch daily, playing games. I play a lot of Call of Duty. I play a lot of Diablo. I love Diablo, so check that out. And on Patreon now, we got content is going up weekly. I haven't done this week's, but this is going to be Riffin spoiling with Griffin. That's going to be one of the major things on my Patreon is I'm going to spoil stuff. So, like for instance, the last episode on Spoiling with Griffin, spoiler alert, we'll come up with a better name. We'll figure it out. But it was all about the Black Mirror episodes. I went episode by episode and I just talked about it. So maybe you don't even want to watch a show or you don't care if you hear the ending or whatever, then you're going to come be a part of my Patreon. Go to Spoiling with Griffin, spoiler alert, at the Patreon, patreon.com/Erik Griffin. The link's in the bio. It links in down here in the description. So this next one I'm going to do all about Idol, the crazy weekend, Johnny Depp's daughter show. I'm just gonna go into depth about that because that show was bananas. So there is finally some real Patreon content going up. So make sure you check me out on there, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by new sponsor Factor Meals, man. And I want to thank them for being a sponsor. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Can help you fuel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Head to factormeals.com/Griffin50 and use code Griffin50 to get 50% off. That's code Griffin50 at factormeals.com/Griffin50 to get 50% off. Thanks to Factor for being a sponsor. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. What's going on here? I guess we're gonna start every episode with I guess we're not gonna start every episode with baby news, but it is what it is, I think it's a little early. We got the I talked about it last week. If you don't know, Rachel's pregnant, and here we are. We're at 11 something weeks, almost 12 weeks. So it's still early to tell people, but it's it is what it is. I don't know why we just been telling we just doing it. Rachel's not here right now. She's at her parents. She likes spending time with her mom too, which is great. So yeah, man, it's very exciting. I'm scared, excited, and it's just what a journey you go on, watching a person create, what happens to, oh man, so much things happen to women. Their arms are getting numb and constipated. They have to drink a lot of water, the nausea and all this. It's so crazy. So, like, when you read about it or you talk to anybody that's been pregnant or anybody that's had kids, as you know, it's like the first trimester is the hardest time. And I think also it's like that's, if you think about it, it makes sense. Like your body's preparing for this like magical process. And so it's like it's got to make room. It's like, oh, let's prepare this womb and let's get the hormones are flowing. So everybody's like, it's tough. It's really tough. And so, we're going through that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't even know what else to even say. It's like, as a dude, what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? You just like do what you do. Like she like got mad. Like I was the other day, I was playing my video games. I'm streaming on Twitch, which I do daily. Erik Griffin Gaming on Twitch. And so I didn't hear her. So like she ordered some bagels. Because she likes to have a bagel in the morning. So she ordered some bagels, and they delivered them, and they're sitting at the front door, right? I didn't hear, I'm busy, and then I during a quiet moment of the game, I hear some yelling, and she's yelling at me, "I've been calling you! The bagels are here!" You know what I mean? And so then, like, I was like, oh, man. So I tell my stream, hold on, guys, I'll be right back. I go up there and she's just like, fuming at me. The bagel, and then of course she put extra on it. The bagels have been sitting out there for 2.5 hours. I look at the phone because I see when we buzz people in, I get the phone calls too. It's like, so I see it and I was like, it was like 20 minutes ago, right? So then but you know what? You can't, like, that's the thing you learn, a lot of patience. You have to exercise a lot of patience when you're, if you're a dutiful husband, right? So I walk up and she's, I gotta say it. I said, I got the bagels, And I said, is there anything else you need? And she's like, I have a headache now. And, she's going in and I just said, is there anything else you need? No, then I just like went downstairs. I knew some couple of things she needed. So I got them. I brought them back up. I gave it to her. Like, is there anything else you need? She's like, I need a better attitude from you. So then I smiled. I went like this. Is there anything else you need? It's a fun process. You know what I mean? It's like, so again, we're going through this little, so let's like everybody keep your fingers crossed for the, because we took all the tests and stuff, and then like the next, I think we go to a doctor's appointment next week, and next week it's like you find out the gender and you find out if there's anything wrong or if everything's perfect. You know what I mean? It's like so that's, and I get now why people don't say anything, but it's like, you know what, I'm going through this journey. So if anybody else is going through this journey or been through this journey, where we're at. And, I'm sharing this experience with you. It's tough, but it is what it is. So thank you for always being here and all the people that have been very supportive on the way. So I don't know. And then Rachel's off work right now too. So she's been on leave. They actually passed a law in California for pregnant women. I didn't even know that this was a thing. You know what? I should be talking about that. Where is this? Pregnant women law in California. Let's see. Yeah, they just passed this the other day. Wait, I gotta find it. Wait, let me find this. Pregnant law, California pregnancy and maternity leave laws. Here it is right here. This is interesting. So California pregnancy and maternity leave laws. Let's see. Taking leave during pregnancy, disability. It's like disability leave. The employer has 5 or more employees. The employer is disabled by pregnancy, childbirth, or medical conditions related to pregnancy or childbirth. You could take leave for that. So she took leave from work because it's like she's so nauseous and all that. You know what I mean? And you could take leave for baby bonding. So it's like you could take leave so she took leave from work. So that's pretty cool. that they even allowed that. So she was like worried about it. But I was like, you don't really gotta, you don't gotta worry about it. I don't know if she's even gonna want to continue working. I don't know. I told her it's up to her. I was like, if you don't want to do it, but she like Rachel's a visual merchandiser, and so it's like she's the one visual merchandiser at her Target store. And if you don't know what visual merchandiser is, she's the one like, she sets up the displays and, it's like, oh, we got to move this stuff here. And she like, it's it's almost like interior decorating for the store. She gets to order stuff. Oh, we need shelves for this. And so, it's what she wanted to do. I think she wants to do it at like a more like upscale fancy store, but you need experience. And so Target's a great company to get that experience, because then she can move to other stores if she wanted to, like say we move or something like that. And then you build up this experience, and then you can go to whatever store you want and be like, oh yeah, I was a visual merchandiser at Target for 3 years or whatever it is like that. But I don't know. She may just decide, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So either way, it's fine. I know all the troll haters think they're getting to me. They're like, oh, you get your girl at Target? You making your girl work at what? Are you broke? What's funny? This is the funny part. So it was Rachel's a gold digger. So that was the narrative from the trolls in the comments. It was like, because I like to read the comments. I read the comments for the thing, so I see them. So I know you guys are like, man, don't give the trolls any steam, Griffin. It's like, I'm just saying, I read the comments on the for the podcast, so it doesn't matter. But anyways, in the beginning, it was, she's a gold digger. Watch out, man. She's only with you for your money. Unknowns to you, she been working this whole time. So then now you find out where she works, and now that's a thing. She laughed about it so much because she said the same thing. She was like, oh my God, so what am I? Am I a gold digger or what is it? Which one do you want? So it's just interesting. Like I should label the podcast, I'm busy podcasting and gaming while my wife slaves away at Target. I should make that the thing. So, but anyways, she got great insurance. She got but I probably got to put her on my SAG insurance actually. I don't know. That's a whole thing too. When you're having babies and stuff, you got to worry about like where's like the insurance and like how long, what it covers. And man, you don't know about what you need until you actually need it. And then you look and see like your insurance coverage and all that kind of stuff. It's funny that like it isn't until something happens to you that you look and you go, wait a minute, this isn't even covered. Or you're like, oh wow, I didn't know I had to pay this much of a deductible or what is it? The copay or whatever it is like that. So it's like, it's funny, man. Insurance is one of those things that, you hope you don't use it, but you want to have it when you need it, right? So it's like, but I do suggest people check in on their coverage. You know what I mean? But yeah, I see comments. I'm going to read the comments. So anyway, thanks for the people being live on chat. Yeah, Jose Murga said, how's she a gold digger, but she has her own job? I know. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. But it's like, there's the professional trolls out there who like they think this is a thing. You know what I mean? Guys, go attack him about Target. It's like I'm super proud of my wife that she works hard and really loves her job. She like loves her job. This is what she'll do, man. It's so funny. She'll take pictures, right? I said, how was work today? And she'll be like, oh my God, I did this display and this and that. She's like, you want to see the pictures? I'm like, not really, but I'm like, okay, babe, let me see. And then she'll go through the pictures like, all right, this is women's sportswear. This is, this baby stuff. This was like, the pride stuff. And so she was talking to me about all that. Remember all that stuff that was happening at Target about like people were coming in about the pride and where they should put it. So she was knee deep in that because she had to like set it up and then move it. And then like, some places in LA, people didn't care, but I'm sure like she was saying, like it must be terrible like to work at a Target in like a place where this was like a big deal, because then it's like, oh man, take this down, take that down. So it's funny. Anyways, let's go to the comments. We do have some interesting comments this week, and if you comment, like I said, I do skim through the comments and see the ones that I want. So Gage3311, he put like a bunch of comments, but he was talking about the NFTs. Because remember last week I was talking about NFTs, and it's like this seems like a big ass scam. And he said he wanted to give his thoughts on NFTs and blockchain in general because I think it's being really overlooked with all the scams that transpired. But if it's done in the right way, it allows creators like yourself a much better experience. For some background, blah, 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 nobody cares about that. He's a computer science graduate. Kudos to you. NFTs are essentially just a way of creators like yourself, another way to monetize your content, whether it be pictures, art, videos, etc. Yeah, okay. This is the thing, though, dude. Like, so, I mean, yeah, that's the scam. The scam is finding another way. Okay, how about this? The scam is, how do you actually quantify the value? So you're saying I own a picture, right? Okay. But like, you could just Google the picture. Like that picture that Justin Bieber owns, I could just go to Google, show me the picture that Justin Bieber owns, and it comes up on my screen. I could go to Kinko's, make a 20 by 20, frame it, and put it on my wall. I own it now. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, the only way this really means anything to anyone, it's manufactured value. The only reason why it would mean anything to anyone, if the technology was in a way that, like, if I tried to Google that picture, it had a watermark on it, and it said owned by Justin Bieber, and I couldn't, then, okay, maybe. But you're saying, okay, it makes a way for people to want, yeah, but that's like OnlyFans or, Patreon or being a YouTube member or being a Twitch subscriber, which you can at Erik Griffin Gaming, and be a YouTube member here at YouTube at Erik Griffin, at Riffin with Griffin. But anyways, it's like you have to have a value. You know what I'm saying? It's like we have to say, like diamonds, for instance. We have decided that diamonds are valuable. Are they really? But we've decided that they are because they're rare. They say they're rare. So if something's rare and there's something you could use it for, like put it on a ring that only one person can have this diamond. The NFT would be like, you have the diamond, and then anybody else can also have the diamond. It looks just, I don't know if I'm even making sense, but it just, I think it's a scam. I get what you're saying, how you can use it, but it's a scam because it's just manufactured value that we've started to realize has no value. It has zero value because I could just download the picture, if you understand what I'm saying. Let's see what else we got here. I love these kind of comments. JD Bush 3982. Great podcast. Thank you. All right. I had some good ones. Where are they? Let's see. Stupid. Oh, let's see. Nope, I don't like that one. Let's see. Mindset CCG said, tiny purse is only for one purpose, to carry the NFC chip from your card so you could just tap and go. If you remember, they had that speck of salt size purse that was $63,000 from last week. So you just like hold that up to the thing. That's silly. A lot of congratulations from people. Thank you very much. Chandler Pearson 9853. CGI was bad in indie, but I loved it. I embodied what I think of when I think of classic Indiana Jones movies. If they don't blank it up around, yeah, I agree. I mean, the Indiana Jones movie was just, I'm nostalgic, so I wanted to watch it. I just, here's my thoughts. I'm glad you brought this up, that comment. I'm glad I saw that comment. Here's the real issue about the CGI in Indiana Jones. If this would have happened, say, 2 years ago, let's say 2 years ago, they came out with this Indiana Jones, and we saw this scene of young Indiana Jones that they made we would be really amazed by it. We would have been like, wow, this is great. CGI is a little choppy in some points, but we were like, man, this is like, wow, where's the future going with this? We might have had a better feeling about it. But because the whole thing about AI right now, the whole like bad feelings we have about AI and the writer's strike about AI, you know, the AI element of it and how everybody's scared about AI. Now when we look at that, we go, uh-oh, what are they doing? Are they taking actors' jobs? You know, now we have this sort of like negative connotation to it that I think has, which was bad for Flash, which is bad for for Indiana Jones. So let's see. Okay, Pork Chop Express 6890. I knew The Flash wasn't going to be good, which is why I didn't see it. Just like how I feel I will not see Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves. Ooh, this is going to be a Constantine 2? Oof, I actually really like that movie though. Anyways, he goes on and on and on. So, but yeah, man, I know what you mean. You know, sometimes but you know what? If you're into the genre, you just go see it, even if it's good or bad. What I'm hearing is new Mission Impossible is so good. So I can't wait to go see that and review that one. Let's see what else we got. More congrats. FHYNX87. Congrats, big dog. And may I share after 11-ish weeks is appropriate as a new dad to a 6-month-old. It's an amazing process. Thank you, and I will keep you in the loop, guys. Nate Dog GG671 said the vocals were on point today, Griffin. I know sometimes they good, sometimes they bad. You know what I mean? But it's always live. Yeah. Anyways, well, that's all the comments, guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for being here. You know. I haven't seen Spider-Verse yet, Sean Carroll on the YouTube chat. I have to, you know, it's funny. I don't know. I just haven't had I guess when I go out of town is when I see movies now, especially now because Rachel just likes me around, you know, so I'll go do my sets in Hollywood, go do my podcasting, and then, you know, come back, and then here I am with the, you know what I mean? So. And then I'm trying to I've been cooking too. I got to get back to kitchen with Griffin. So I've been cooking for her because she doesn't like a lot of spices. And then it's also more healthy. You know, I don't use butter and all this kind of stuff. So I'm feeling better. So I'm cooking. And then I got to start my exercise regimen again. So I got my rowing machine. I got to do that more. I really got to just do it every day just to get some movement. 15, 20 minutes is all you need. But I want to do some I need to find a real close place that I can go to get some training 2 times a week, you know, get some lifting in, because I do it better when I have somebody there with me going, do this, do that. So I'm looking to do that because, you know, I want to be healthy. I want to be able to lift my kid up. I want to be able to you know, be able to, I don't want to feel winded, you know? So it's I got to get good sleep. I got to eat right, and I got to exercise. It's just, you know, and I got to just make it something that I need to do and want to do. But, you know, you get comfortable and lazy. That's really the thing. All this talk about obesity and all this talk about health and body positivity and all cut the noise, cut all the nonsense. We know individually, we're looking at ourselves and we're like, man, I'm busy. I get tired. I'm generally lazy about certain things, and we all feel that. We all don't want to oh man, I can't eat the things I want to eat. You know, we all feel that way. You know, we all feel that way. And so that's really, I think, a majority of the issue is just changing your lifestyle and making it stick. That's what it is, you know? So I select 101. Thank you, man. He said review past lives when you get a chance. Past lives, is that a show? Where's that show on? You know, it's you want to be a fit dad. Yeah, somebody said I feel you on the fit dad goals. Yeah, you know, it's hard. Now now it's not even about me anymore. You know, it's it's about someone else. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, so that's that. So before we go on, let's one more shout out to our sponsor of the show, our great new sponsor, is Factor, and this is actually a good time to talk about this. I've actually tried Factor before. I've had it come, and it's actually really great, really tasty, and you could get a really good healthy option, and it's great portion control. That's really the thing that I think about when you get these food plans, when you get these meal kits. I mean, the hardest thing is that when you go to restaurants and stuff, you eat too much, and then they have too many ingredients that are not good for you, and then you end up, it's all about portion control. You eat more, so you gain more. You take in more calories, you get fat. You got to get something like this, a meal plan, and Factor's great for that. If you're too busy with summer plans to cook, but you want to make your eating well, you want to eat well, I'm telling you, I had some delicious Factor stuff, man. Like, because you could pick like paleo, or you could pick different meal plans. So, man, I was like, oh, I loved it, and so I'm actually using it now, because it's like I want to cook, and then there's times when you just want to have a small meal. Boom, Factor's perfect for that. Ready to feel your best while making the most of your summer adventures? Stick to your wellness goals with premium, ready-to-eat meals featuring high-quality ingredients such as broccoli, leeks, and asparagus. Love the vegetables there. Treat yourself to 34-plus weekly restaurant-quality options like bruschetta shrimp risotto, green goddess chicken, grilled steakhouse filet mignon. The steak was delicious. I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm freaking hungry. All right, too busy running around during the day to think about lunch. Keep your energy up. Lunch to go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls, salad toppers. Listen, the quality at Factor is fantastic. Take it from me. I highly recommend it. All right, so head to factormeals.com/Griffin50, 50, Griffin50, and use code Griffin50 to get 50% off. That's code Griffin50 at factormeals.com/Griffin50 to get 50% off. Hey, just try it. Try it one time. You're going to get 50% off. I'm telling you, you're going to save money. You're going to have portion control. You're going to eat healthy. It's completely worth it. Doesn't hurt to try it once. Factor. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get to the story of the week. I'm not even going to keep you waiting on this one. So, Britney Spears. So, man, I don't even know what to think about this one here. So, I don't know if I know you guys heard the story. So when it first came out, it was this, oh, I wish I had the video. Oh man, I should, what am I talking about? Of course, I mean, that's exactly what I should have, right? Let me look it up. Britney gets slapped. Let's go to the video. Okay, let me just pull up some video footage here. Let's see if I got it. Here's one. So, so she's in Vegas and she sees this, she sees this, what do you call it? the new rookie of the, number one pick, Victor Wembanyama. He's from, San Antonio Spurs, and he's walking in Vegas, and then, Britney walks up to him and she gets slapped. She tries to wait. This is like the Breakfast Club's page. We don't want that. Hold up. Let me find this. And she walks up to him to try to she's run. You can see her running after him, and she's like, "Hey, Victor," whatever she's saying. And then the security guard whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? What you doing? And then, it looks as if the security guard smacks her in the face. So, but after a week and the police reviewing the tape, it turns out that it looks like actually the guy just moved her hand, and it looks like Britney Spears slapped herself, But I mean, you talk about some big, strong-ass security guard, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. They're not showing I can't get the video. It's so dumb. Sometimes Google is helpful, sometimes it's not. But anyways, you go find it, So, why am I bringing this up? I was trying to find a video. That's why I feel like I'm meandering right now. But, I mean, it's big news, But the thing that made me think of is like, man, how the mighty have fallen, right? You know what I mean? It's like, there was a time when Britney Spears was probably the most famous person on the planet, like in the top 5, top 10 at most, at least, you know what I'm saying? But it's like she was that famous. Like and then even recently with all her things, we know who Britney Spears is. Now she's just a part of like, oh man, Britney Spears. We know somewhat of her story. We know how long she's been in the public eye. We know her songs. Anybody could say they know a Britney Spears song. If you said, hey, do you know a Britney Spears songs? And they would be like, oops, I did it again, or one of her songs, And here she is just in Vegas. We see her now. She looks like a crazy auntie. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, the image we have of her is always going to be school dress, dancing and singing and, a snake kissing Madonna at the Grammys. Like there's a image of Britney Spears that is like being diluted because of all the things we know now. She was in a conservatorship for 13 years. Like that's crazy to me when I think about it. 13 years she wasn't controlling her own life. So now she is. So it's kind of a sad tale. If they do a doc on Britney, I mean, it's not gonna. What's it gonna be? It's just like so fascinating to like where she went to where she is now, and that kind of fame is like so crazy, right? So here's Britney Spears, who is now this sort of like weird figure, Like if you saw her, you'd be like, oh, hey, you know what I mean? And then you see her on Instagram sort of acting crazy. And it's like, it could be just trolling for all we know. But then, fans, they're calling the police. You got to get over there. You know what I mean? Like she was crazy on Instagram. So, they're doing wellness checks on her and stuff like that. So it's just a crazy situation. So what I'm saying is back in the day, if Britney Spears is walking in Vegas with her 3 bodyguards and she sees Victor Wembanyama and she sees somebody she wants to go say hi to, she would be like this. Because first of all, she got like 2 or 3 handlers. She got the people, her security. She got her assistant. Maybe the publicist is with her. She got an entourage, right? She would tell the entourage, yo, hey, assistant, go check, go say hi to that guy, tell him I want to say hi. Then the assistant would run over there and be like, hey, hi. So sorry. I'm Brittany's assistant. She's right over there. She would love to just say hi. And then he would be like, oh, what? Britney Spears? Yeah. Security would be like, yo, Britney Spears wants to say hi, dude. And he would be like, all right, cool. And then they would be like, the hotel would be like, oh, well, let me put you guys in this room. And then they would go and it would be a great thing. It would be a picture moment. And it would be like, Britney and Victor are saying hi, right? That's how it would be. But Britney's like different now. She's like a regular ass chick running after the dude in the hotel. Yeah, oh my God, what's up, Victor? You know what I mean? And then she like tries to grab the dude, and then security is like, yo, white girl. You know what I mean? It's like we're in Vegas. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like that's just how it goes. Even if it was reverse, what if Victor Wembanyama, he like grew up loving Britney Spears? You know what I mean? When he was 5, it was like, oh man, stronger or whatever. I don't know if that would be a thing for him, but it could be. He could be walking with his dudes like, yo, hold up. Is that Britney Spears? Yo, and if he like his big ass ran over and was like, Britney, I'm sure her bodyguards would have like, I don't know if she even has bodyguards anymore. They would have been like, yo, back up, dude. It would have been a whole thing. So, I mean, it's just really about how fame, what it does to you and, what's going on. It's just like, it's crazy. And then, of course, she's still famous, but now she's not famous for her art and for her talent. She's famous for being Britney Spears. So this became a big news story. And you know how these people are. They need something to talk about, They need something. So they have the video. It looks like, she got slapped, So then it was like, that's it. Everybody ran with it, even though they had the video, even though I think all these news outlets saw and examined it themselves and was like, well, actually, she didn't really get slapped. The guy just like, she was trying to touch their client. And the guy was like, no. you know, and then her hand, she remember hit herself. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, what are you supposed to do, man? That's how famous she is. She's so famous that, like, you know, it all became about her. So, you know, it's a crazy thing, man. Yeah. But see, like somebody said in the chat, if the Kardashians, I don't think so. Here's the thing though, like if Kourtney would have ran up, if one of the like other Kardashians, you know, so you got Kim, like Kim Kardashian not running up to Victor Wembanyama, right? First of all, she's like 4'11", okay? She's 4'11" this way and that way with the booty, you know? So she would have like ran, like if Kim Kardashian would have ran over, she would first, that's what I'm trying to say. There's no way Kim Kardashian runs over to this guy. She got like 85 people around her at all times. When she's walking, people are putting makeup on her. She would have just sent a minion over and the minion would have done what I said earlier, you know? It would have just been like that. Now, if it was Kendall, right? If it was Kendall, who's probably going to be dating this dude in like, you know, a month, you know what I mean? She going to be like, yeah, still would have been the same thing. Somebody bodyguard or one of her friends would have been over and like, hey, excuse me, bodyguard. Hi, I'm with Kendall Jenner, you know, and then they probably wouldn't know. And then next thing you know, it's like, I get it. When you see somebody, you're out and you're like famous and you see somebody famous and you're like, oh, two famous people should be like, hey, what's up? But it's like, you're just another person. It's such a weird thing, right? It's just weird. But I do feel for Britney Spears. I think she's getting a lot of undue attention. It's kind of like, hey, just let the lady live, you know? Like who knows how much money she has left? You know, they just were taking advantage of her. I just hope that she could just live her life out in happiness, you know? I don't like this. I don't like the image that's put out even by her and then how it's like digested by the media. It's coming across like Britney's just this crazy woman, you know? And my heart goes out to her. It's like she hasn't seen, like, according to reports, she hasn't seen her sons in a couple years. I mean, how must this affect them, you know? And, you know, she's just like this person just trying to like live her life outside this conservativeship and just like with her husband. And oh man, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's a cautionary tale. It's scary. But like, here's the question I ask all of you in chat and all of you listening on Apple and all the places you listen is if you want to comment. My question is this. Would you rather live your personal regular life now, not that your life is bad, but if you could live a Britney Spears life, knowing all the fame and fortune that she achieved, but then it ends up where you a crazy auntie right now getting slapped by security? Would you do that or would you keep your life? Is there something in you to be like, well, because you would think, well, I could do it. I'm going to do it better, you know? Let's take the conservatorship out, though. Forget, like, you wouldn't be in a conservatorship, but you still ended up like a crazy auntie running through Vegas, okay? It's like, do you want to end up like that or do you want your life? Or do you want to live the life she had where she was like super famous, super rich, going on tour, meeting people, getting her heart broke by Justin Timberlake, all the things that went on, or she broke his heart. I don't know, whichever one it was, you know. Would you like that or would you want your regular life? I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of people in chat say regular life, but, you know, I don't know. There might be some people who are like, man, I would have wanted to do that. Some people want fame and fortune. Like, is fame and fortune worth ending up like this? That's what you have to ask yourself. Because she's still rich. I'm sure she's still got plenty of money. She's living in, you know, but it's like, you know, do you want all that attention? It's crazy. So anyways, good luck to Britney. I hope everything works out for her. You know, All right, guys. As I said earlier, there was a little bit about the Flash, man. So, I reviewed the Flash last week, and so now as the dust settles, Warner Brothers expects a $200 million loss, making it the biggest superhero box office failure. Man, that's a lot. But the DCU, the DC Universe, or DC Studios, whatever they're calling it now, man, they're in shambles, man. And I think that James Gunn has not made a great start of this. I think there's too much press. I think they're not controlling the narrative. Now, is it because Ezra Miller was dealing with whatever he was dealing with? Is that a part of it? Yes and no. I think it's nuanced, my favorite word, and I'll tell you what it is. Look, I don't care how much special effects, how spectacular a movie looks. When it boils down to it, you got to have a good story. You got to have good acting, period. Okay? Like, that is the recipe for huge success. You got to have a great story, and then the third thing on the list will be how the movie looks, okay? But you got to have 2 out of the 3. So, acting, story, visuals. If you have 2 out of the 3, I think you have the recipe for a great movie, or at least a successful movie. In Flash, it was terrible acting, okay? Terrible story, great special effects. But occasionally you saw like the digital of when it was the doubles. But look, honestly, I think Ezra Miller was trying too hard to be funny. And I think that performance with this like sort of like blah story that we didn't really care about, it just, because I think this dude is a great actor, but a great actor can't make trash material. They can only do so much, okay? Forget superhero movie or not, any movie. My favorite superhero movie moment is when in Endgame, when Tony Stark, it's early on in the movie. Captain Marvel has rescued Tony Stark and the blue chick, and they're in a room discussing what happened. And Tony Stark is just emaciated with, because he's been lost in space for months. You know what I mean? And he's furious with Captain America. He's furious with him. That scene, I was like, wow, this is a great scene for a freaking superhero movie. But it was passionate, and his performance was believable. And you were like, yeah, Captain America, this is your fault, because of his performance. But it was great material. It was great buildup. There was nothing like that in Flash. They were trying to manufacture this, always trying to save his mom and all this, right? But it just was like, they didn't pull it off. So all I'm saying is, you got to have a great story. A decent story that we can follow and we can care about. And then you have to have great performances. You have to have actors that really are, they understand their craft and emotions and how to convey things. And then if you have great visuals, if you have all 3 of those, that's a recipe for a fantastic movie like the first Avatar or Titanic, or just think of any great movie you've ever seen. It probably was you like, that's why Tom Cruise does so well, man, because Tom Cruise is a great actor. I believe him every time. Okay? I believe him. He's a great actor. The stories are great and the special effects are great. Recipe for a fantastic movie experience. So we gotta you know, and I think that this movie fell short in two major categories. And so you have this big loss. So, you know, shout out. I hope. Oh, and by the way, like I say, like I feel like the MCU universe, the MCU, but yeah, MCU got issues too. I mean, we can go on and on about them too, but I don't think James Gunn is starting off strong here, man. You can't come out and talk about this is the greatest superhero movie ever, and because we believe you. You know, we trust James Gunn. Okay, we trust the movies that he's made. You know what I mean? We trust his voice, and so when he said that, now we realize you're just a corporate hack, dude. You just out here trying to. Now you're just a company man. You know, it would have been better for him not to say anything, because I literally went to go see it because of that quote. I was like, oh, what? You know, he launched that because he's a corporate man. He's the head of the studio, and he's trying to make money. They know that movie was trash. They tried to fix it so many times. And then, so Ezra Miller, his performance and the movie, the things I said about the movie, it wasn't enough to now forget his off-the-screen stuff. Tom Cruise is so good, we don't even care that he's in a Scientology. Nobody even cares. No one cares. Scientology, let's not even get into it, but look it up. Like, if Ezra Miller was in Scientology, oh man, it would be even worse for him, right? It's just got to be good, okay? It's got to be good, all right? So it wasn't. All right, let's move on. So, tech news, which I love to talk about these days. Here's a great story. Scientists in Japan have developed experimental tooth-growing drug. I mean, wow. Where are we headed in society right now, man, right? We are now growing teeth. Would you want to do that? They made a tooth-growing drug in reality in the near future following recent promising research in animals. The group is planning to conduct small-scale human trials of the drug starting next year. Should everything go well, the treatment could reach public by the end of the decade. You know, man, it makes you think when you come out with a certain thing to help a certain type of flu in 9 months, you go, wow. Now they're trying to grow teeth, but it's going to take, what are we, in 2023? It's going to take 7 years. It's going to take 5 to 7 years to grow teeth. Hey, I mean, what do you think? Would you do this? I mean, and where does this lead? This is what it makes me think about. It makes me think about, where are we going? It's like, man, this feels suspiciously like cloning. You know what I mean? Or like the in that vein of technology. Because hopefully we get to that point, you know, where like you could grow a heart for someone, you could grow intestines or whatever people need, you know, lungs, you know, all the things. You know, but then, you know, do we have the discussion of overpopulation and what's going to happen? I think that like when it gets to that point that science and health get to a point where we could really improve the human body, I think you're going to have to petition for it. That's what I think should happen. You should have to petition. So let's say your lungs are given out. You got lung cancer and you got to get new lungs. You need a lung transplant. Well, then I think it's like, okay, you go. And then they go, well, oh, you were smoking? Oh, yeah. Sorry. You know, you get the old treatment because you did this to yourself, you know? As opposed to someone else who, say, got into an accident and their lungs collapsed or, you know, or like there's some degenerative thing that, you know, they can fix that. I don't know. Are you living a good life? Are you contributing to society? Like, maybe it's going to get to that because of overpopulation or something. I don't know. But it's like growing teeth is just a start of like, what else? You know, growing teeth, like somebody's arm gets severed in a car accident. It's like, oh, well, don't worry. You just take this arm pill and then you're growing back your arm like Deadpool. Who knows? Like, where is it? Or where are we headed? I mean, it's really exciting times in technology right now. I mean, as much talk as people have about the AI and how scary it is, I think it's going to be like the future of helping people, live and do things, man. And so you look at the tech for health and science. I mean, man, there's all kinds of stories like this, man, of, we're growing, there's so much talk about, like, you have these surrogate moms. Now they're talking about, well, I think they could make a machine where they could do it in a machine. You put the baby stuff in this machine, and then now they're just monitoring it, like a little microwave, you know what I mean? So instead of being inside the woman, you could just, like, you go to, like, you have like your little baby, you have your little baby oven, and you open it up, and you guys are standing there looking at your baby grow inside this little oven, and then it goes bing. You know what I mean? Then it's done, and you take it out, but it's monitoring all the vitals. It's making sure it's being fed. It's like, that's what you have to do. So it'll be like a little baby machine, and you have to, like, put, whatever the elixir of baby stuff, inside the machine. And, I don't know. It's just, where's the future going, man? Somebody said, what if the teeth don't stop growing? Well, that's probably what they're going to test out. Or what if it grows too fast? But I think that it's going to like rejuvenate your cavity area. That's going to make the tooth grow again. And so it's just going to grow at whatever pace teeth grow. But when do teeth stop growing? That is a good question. How are they going to stop it from growing? So what if, like, you have to now you got to go to the dentist and shave your tooth down because it keeps growing? That'd be crazy. But they need to. I like that they're doing it for animals too, because I don't know how many people. My buddy, his cat broke its tooth, and he had to go pay like a crazy amount of money for dental care for his cat, more than a human. So it's like that's a racket right there, by the way. Freaking pet care. But anyways, we'll save that for a completely different episode. All right, let's go. Oh man, we're running out of time. I got to go to all this stuff. All right, this is one of the stories I thought was funny, man. So in Canada, the thumbs up emoji is an official contract agreement, Canadian court rules. So apparently, this article said you better think twice before responding. So if you're texting and you're doing a deal and somebody says, hey man, do you, I want this amount of money. You okay with that? And if somebody sends you the thumbs up, they're saying, yes, I'm okay with that. And you have to follow through. And then if you go, well, I didn't sign a contract. Now, this is so forward thinking, in my opinion. This is very forward thinking. This is how people communicate. Old school ways was you had a contract, you signed it, or really old school was a handshake agreement. We shook hands. And then if you had witnesses shaking hands and people would be like, yeah, well, I saw them shake. I saw them discuss it. That might be in court. People would be like, well, I saw it. But then it became a thing where it's like, well, you have to have a signed signature. You got to have a contract. You got to have a contract. Well, this is how people communicate now. We all communicate by text, So it's like, boom, thumbs up. I mean, this is like when you like going out on a date with someone, or you're flirting with a girl, or you're a guy, but either way. And, and you're like, yo, I want to do this, and this. And you want to do this, and this. You okay with this? Get that thumbs up. Get the thumbs up, man. It's going to be like a notary now. Thumbs up, because then when that person starts to go, oh, like, I never said I was okay with this and whatever, you could be like, yo, remember here's me saying I want to do this, and there's you saying thumbs up. So it's like very interesting. It's like, is this the future? But I think, like I said, again, I do think it's forward thinking. I do think it's like, when you like, I don't know if you've ever signed a contract. I've virtually signed contracts now. So it comes to your computer. They take you to like that Acrobat reader thing, and it's at the bottom, it says sign, and you just click that. And because you clicked it and you wrote your name and sent it, that's a legal agreement. So this sort of thing is already happening. So I thought that was interesting. It was like, is that like, what do you guys think of that? You think thumbs up is enough? Maybe you young people are going to say, yeah, that's enough. Last story. In fat news, fat news is back. Check this out. Burger King in Thailand got rid of the meat and they made a burger with 20 slices of cheese. Look at this guy eating this. 20 slices of cheese at Burger King. Are you kidding me? 20. What? I'm sorry, guys. This is like, I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing this. Wait, let me get it. 20 slices of cheese. This is when you're by yourself. I don't have a Jamie. You know, it's like this is when you need some. Oh my God, it keeps this. The computer asks you so many questions now. Oh my God, this is crazy. Like this when you just look. I'm trying to show you guys how nasty this thing looks, man. This thing is like. All right, here we go. I'll just do it like this. Whatever. It's not going to work. Here we go. Let me just do this. So many pictures of it. But look at that. I mean, God damn, that seems nasty. Like 20 slices of cheese. Like, I don't mind getting like some sliced cheese and I'll have like a couple. But 20 slices of cheese? Like, are you kidding me? That really just seems like a lot. Yeah, I don't know. 20 slices of cheese, y'all. So anyways, guys, as I always say, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Riffin with Griffin. Be a subscriber. We got a lot of stuff coming. Follow me. I'm on Twitch daily. Be on Twitch in a little while after this. Erik Griffin Gaming. And then also on Twitch, I go live to do my Patreon content, which is Spoiling with Griffin. So the next episode I'm going to do this week for Patreon is I'm going to go through Idol, the Max series with The Weeknd. What a crazy freaking show that was. So if you didn't want to watch it or you did watch it and you want to hear me go into detail, go over to my Patreon, become a subscriber, and I appreciate the support. Either way, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys watching Riffin with Griffin every single week. So you know what time it is, y'all. You know what time it is. The rap recap. Woo! On Riffin with Griffin. Never stiffen. Every Wednesday. Woo, woo, woo. Britney Spears got slapped. Time for her to clap back. I got your back. And that's a fact. When you lose your fame, the shit ain't the same. But you stay in the game. That shit was lame. Get your cheese. 20 slices, please. Then you got you on your knees. The bee's knees. Here on Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Yeah. Thanks for watching Riffin with Griffin, y'all. And I will see you next week. What happened to my title? The damn title disappeared. Man, whatever. Yeah.